What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Buffalo Fatherhood Initiative Podcast. I am the lifelong Buffalo resident and full-time black man, Sherman Webb Middlebrooks. Follow me at the full-time black man. And as always, I'm here with my player partner, my co-pilot, the good brother Antoine Johnson. And we got a guest in the building today.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Why don't we jump right into it, man? Why don't you introduce yourself?
Hey, what's good, y'all? I'm Deleon Alford, owner of Alfred's Angels and father of the creative kids.
What did you say? Father of creative kids?
Father of the creative kids, yeah.
Creative kids.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Wait, is that the clothing line?
No, that's their actual business.
Talk to us about that.
Yeah, I launched a business for my sons. So,
Okay.
but I got two babies too. We're gonna include them in it eventually. They
Okay.
just 2 months and 2 years. They don't know nothing about it.
Yeah, grooming.
5 months and 2 years. My bad.
5 months and 2 years. Okay.
Yeah.
Man, you.
But my oldest ones is one is 10, one is 7. They the ones who like run it.
They run it
Yeah.
at 5 and 7.
No. Yep.
10
yeah.
and 7.
10 and 7,
10
yeah.
and 7.
10 and 7. Yeah, they run it, bro. And it's
Wow.
like just to give you like a elevator pitch, it's pretty much a tool that we use to help young people find their passion, at an earlier age. So most people, they don't know what they want to do until they went through all the dumb stuff. Then they be like, God, you get me out of this. I swear to God, I'll go braid here or something.
Yeah.
So like with my boys, what we do like experimental events to where like we see what sticks and what doesn't stick. So my youngest son, we're both of them really into sports, but my youngest son is more into sports, and they both are into art. But my oldest is more into art. He built robots. He does engineering. He can code like, on a small level, but he can do it. Yeah, creative kids.
Cool.
Nice. So, Deleon, tell us a little bit more about your journey around fatherhood. It's funny you were talking about like finding your passion, because Sherman and I were just talking about in the previous episode just how a lot of young people have a lot of apathy, toward just life and like the things that they want to do or so forth. Talk to us a little bit more about like your journey, becoming a business owner, how you manage being a father and a husband in between that.
Yeah, so I would say I started young. Like, had my first son when I was about 19, 20, and that was like, it was scary at first, but I'm confident in myself, so I know I wasn't going to like drop the ball or nothing. So it was just like, what hustle to get into? And that's when I started doing these events called the Fan Introduction. It was like artist showcases. It brought in a little bit of money, but I got to get something more stable. And I started plumbing. And my wife, she was already at Madai doing vet tech stuff. Mm-hmm. But then, that's like a serious thing because you're seeing the good side and the bad side of being a vet. And she just, I can't handle the bad side. So she got into more like grooming, stuff like that. So for me, doing the events is already running a business. I wasn't doing it good, but I was doing it, you know what I'm saying? But over time, I started dealing with artists, and then just got into artist management. It just turned into that. But yeah, to fast forward, I don't want to make this story boring, but her grooming skills, my business skills, we just started Alfred's Angels. And having a son, it wasn't really like a roadblock or nothing. It didn't stop nothing. We just took turns going to work. Like, yeah, he worked the mornings, I worked the evenings. We had business meetings when he went to sleep. Like, she was my business partner, so it was easy. I didn't have to go to Spot Coffee or nothing to meet with her. It was just like, let's build. But we did make the plan in 2015, but we didn't launch until like 2019. And we got married in like 2018, 2017. So we wasn't even married yet when we made the plan. We just knew it. It was just like, we got to go, we got a plan, what steps we got to do to achieve it. And that's how I do everything still today.
Wow. When did you get married? What month?
September.
September 18th?
No, September. You got to put me on the spot, bro. It was in the month of September about 5 years ago now.
Oh my god! All right, your wife, we're gonna cut that part out for.
All
right, because I got married in 2018 July, so I was trying to see if it was close, but it's relatively close because about 5 years ago.
It was close.
Yeah. So, all right, that's what's up though, man. So you make it seem real easy though. That whole fathering and busy and entrepreneur, like it stresses me the heck out. Like if it started a business a couple years ago, and having kids. So both of my kids, like they didn't do well sleeping, and my son is still fighting sleep. So like I'll be stressed out, and gonna find it real hard to do business and stuff. So, I commend you for what you and your wife are doing, building together. Talk to us a little bit more about the relationship aspect. Not a lot of people can work together. I know my wife and I can't. Like,
yeah, I'm very interested in that. Like, how did you know that like she was the right person to like not only like be with in like life but in business too?
Yeah. I could let. All right. So, as far as the life story stuff, I had an operation when I was 19. That was very rare, and
Okay.
she was like putting ointment on there and like doing stuff that I was like, "You're not weirded out by this?" That's when I knew right there. I'm gonna marry this girl. I don't know when, how we gonna do it, but
gonna make it happen.
yeah, I'm gonna make it happen. But as far as like how did I go into business with her, it's just like so most people when they in business, they support each other, but then it's like some silent competition there or some sort of sliding there or something to where you just can't get over the hump. With her and I, it's just like we just don't do that. Like something will come her way, she'll be like, "Nope, I got it running by Deleon." Not that I got the final say so, but she trusts my leadership.
Yeah.
And I'm not a groomer. She is. So I got to trust. If she say, yo, this dog needs this, this, and this, I'm not going to argue with her. That's where she shined at. So
that's what's up.
We just got that one hand wash the other mentality.
So just being able to appreciate and recognize what the other person does that's their superpower that isn't necessarily a superpower.
Exactly, because I don't know unless y'all could correct me, but I don't think no one person has ever did anything grand by himself, him or herself. It's always two or more. So, and it's tough finding that too. You know what I'm saying? So, I just got lucky.
There's a quote that I like to share by John Maxwell that says, "Nobody does anything great alone." To go to your sentiment, and
I love John Maxwell.
And I say that all the time. We did the conference. Or whatever, because that stuff is hard. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of stuff about that. I'm like, I don't want nothing to do with all these details and stuff. Y'all can have that. So, so to hear you say that is really cool. I can't work with my wife like that. Like it just wouldn't work. Like,
well, you got to let her win sometime, man. Like
I got no problem with that.
Yeah, because that's the thing, right? So even when we don't even argue that much, because if it don't make sense, it don't make sense. Like if I was wrong, I was wrong. I don't got that ego to be like I was wrong, but I'm still a man, so I'm gonna make money. Right, we just don't have that problem. So
that's what's up.
Yeah.
Do you ever like want like your space?
I do. I get my space all the time.
Okay. Just because like I'm because I've seen it with like my parents and my dad and my stepmom work the same job, the same shift. So like they were like driving. My dad would drive into work together, and they would drive home together. And it hit me one day. I was getting off work, and I sat in my driveway for like a good 45 minutes just because I just needed to decompress because it was I was working in juvenile detention. So it was a crazy day at work, and I just didn't want to take that energy in the house. So I'm just sitting in the car, just trying to decompress and chill. And I was like, wow, my dad been working at that factory for like 20, 30 years. He ain't never had the opportunity to do this. Like, I'd have went crazy if I couldn't just do what I'm doing right now. So do you ever like need or miss or want that?
100% do, and I feel bad for your dad. He didn't get those opportunities. That's like those resets is how you come back with a new fresh win. Be ready to go toss the kids up. So I go to the gym a lot. Even peeing hair right now. I ain't bring my wife and my kids. You know what I'm saying? Or even like let's say using work as a scenario. When she's grooming, I could be getting the dog food ready for deliveries. You know what I'm saying? We're not necessarily on each other's back. And sometimes she's there when I'm at home doing stuff from the computer. Yeah, so like we having like freight issues right now. We behind like 2 weeks on our dog food inventory. I don't deal with that from the shop. So when she's grooming, I don't make it her problem. I just deal with the production company. Hey, when is we getting this food? Stuff like that. So it just works out. Like, and then I definitely created systems so it can like, so we're not too crazy. Like, but she runs the schedule of the system. I don't add nothing in the calendar. She does it all.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, I like that.
I'm happy for you. That is, I think, is a rarity. I mean, families do it a lot. I think I don't hear or see a lot of that in the Black community. So for you to be able to do that in the city of Buffalo like that, that's super cool. Yeah.
It's like I don't. Everybody could do it, right? You just got to be. Oh, I'm sorry. I was gonna say like I feel like anybody could do it. You just got to be willing to make those sacrifices. Like you got to be sure that's what you want. Because I don't go to the club like I don't buy like stuff people buy. Like I could probably get like an Audi or something, or I don't do that type of stuff because I understand what I'm trying to build. Like I understand the long term stuff. So
Yeah.
you just got to make sacrifices. Like
Yeah.
you got to be okay in that Nissan or that Chevy, whatever.
Yeah.
And even though you play in the same arenas, you still got to manage your stuff properly.
Yeah. You say anybody can do it. I don't think anybody can do it. A lot of people can't deal with that kind of discipline and lifestyle.
Right.
Like that's not easy. And we live in a society.
Yeah, I'm one of the people.
Yeah, big sure. Him and his Cadillac.
You need a good partner though. You definitely need a good partner though. That plays the part. Definitely plays the part. I got 4 children, so I already knew she was a good mom after the first one.
Okay.
We keep having kids.
Right. Now that makes sense. That makes sense.
Wait, you said you can keep having kids?
Yeah.
Oh.
Now she hitting me with this. She want to try for a 5th.
Okay.
I told her give me like a year though.
Give you a year?
Yeah, at least. Right. At least.
So I think like what you're talking about too, and to reiterate Brother Antoine's point, not only is like the discipline, which is like a necessary ingredient, but also you gotta have like the vision. So like you know where you're trying to get to.
Yeah.
So like you know what you can say no to.
100%.
Because saying yes to that doesn't get you closer to your goal.
Yeah, it's the saying I like. It's called "All roads look good if you don't know where you're going." Right, and that's something I live by. Right, and yeah. So I'm trying to build. Not even trying. I'm building something called the Alford Empire, and that's going to have to include my wife. You know, my children got to grow into it. Creative kids going to be a part of it. My dad bod fitness structure is going to be a part of it. Like everything we doing is going to be underneath it. Kind of like how Warren Buffett got the Berkshire Hathaway brand. It's like that. It's the same thing, but the Alfred Empire is going to be these entities underneath, and then we're going to just give back in various ways that we can. You know, but yeah, it just got to start. It got to start through me because that's how it goes.
Yeah.
It's my vision.
Yeah, you seem like a visionary. You know, that's the other part of, you know, you say anybody can do it. Not everybody is a visionary like that, you know, who can see something and then execute and make it happen. You know
I disagree, bro, because because hear me out, right? And this is a respectful disagree, because like I feel like we all got visions, but you just got to be confident in yourself that you can make it happen. Because once you get a vision, it's always that extra thought that say, but what if this happened? But what if that happened? But what if I trip if I play basketball? You got to be willing to say, what if I get 30 points if I play basketball versus what if I trip? You know, you got to be able to say, what if I do accomplish it and how would that look? And that'll just make things better.
To your point, to his point, that's what I see a lot working with young people. Like it's I have a vision for myself. I have a secret dream or a goal or a wish, and like they trust you enough. Like maybe you can pull it out of them, and they might share it with you. But like then when you try to like help them plan and like make it execute on it, it's always the what if, the negative side. What if this go wrong? What if this doesn't happen? What if this person doesn't like me? And it's like, but what if this goes right? What if you are successful? Like, what if it does work out the way you plan? Like, where do you get this narrative? So how do you develop that narrative in your brain of like, it is going to work out for me versus like that narrative of like, it's not going to work out for me? Because I don't think there's a third one. There's either it is or it isn't.
So here's how, right? Just to answer that. So this is how I think. So if a kid want to be like the top high school player in basketball or whatever he want to be, but he don't know how he want to get that going, have him make like practical steps. Like, yo, tomorrow you could do this, and that. And you'll just get closer. Because if you make one move a day, there's 365 days in a year. You made 365 moves that year. I don't know nobody making that many moves in a year because they overthinking about making a move. So if you just do the one step a day, even if just do something practical towards that big old goal, then next thing you know, a year or two from now, you're going to be like, I'm in a room with the person I never thought I'd meet or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like it'll just come. And I'm speaking from experience. Like a lot of stuff, even grooming for the Bills and stuff, having Buffalo Bills clients Buffalo Bills players as clients, and like the way I'm on the news all the time, all this stuff I got, like I ain't playing for this, man. Like it's just I'm just head down working and everything just knocking at my door. I'm knocking on doors too, but they opening them though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. No, that's awesome. You know, one of the things I was thinking about, you were talking, Sure, I'm reading this book called Necessary Endings by Dr. Henry Cloud, and talking about in one part this idea of failing well, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it is, disassociating failure of pursuing something with an event versus me, the person, right? I'm not a failure because I had a vision and I went after it and then something didn't work, right? Something about the event failed, but I'm not a failure, and I can always cast a new vision or revamp it or whatever and then go after it versus this, well, I'm not going to try it because I don't want to be a failure because something got in my way kind of thing. But I get it as a man, not wanting to look like a failure, not wanting people to perceive me as somebody who can't be productive because I set out to do something and then it didn't work, right? Like that's not a good feeling.
Yeah, it's a terrible feeling. It's a terrible feeling. And so I'm listening to both of y'all. Like the one thing that I'm thinking, like putting what you said, what you're saying, I don't think anybody could do like 365 moves and not get one win.
That's what I'm saying.
So like,
law of
you
averages,
know what I'm saying? Yeah,
exactly.
like so if you put in 365 moves towards something, you're gonna make progress.
Exactly.
Like you just gotta make progress. So it's definitely the law of average. So I think being able to offer that mentality, because again, like as a man, it's a reason why like so many of us like sit back and critique at other people or don't take the step. The one thing that I always say to other folks is like, you can't look at your kid and tell them chase their dreams if you didn't chase yours.
Yeah.
Like, why would they listen to you? Why would they even respect anything that you're saying? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I mean, I got that from this book called The Compound Effect. I got that 365 moves, that quote from The Compound Effect. I think the author is like Nick Baum or something like that. So people want to check it out. But I believe in that. I practice it. Even if it's like a day where I'm just too tired, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna take this day off. I'm gonna make 364 this year. Like, but I know I still made so many moves that it's like, and as you grow in status, the moves even be bigger. Like even just one phone call could turn into like 10 things for many people. You know what I'm saying? That's where I'm at now. Like I could have a meeting and then so many people like benefit from it. Just through what I do at Hope Rises, or even like being with initiative, fatherhood initiative. It's like I'm looking forward to like getting more hands on, and that's just how it goes, man.
I'm looking forward to see what you're gonna do with the dad and workout piece that you were talking about.
I gotta get to it.
We're in full support of you with that because, and this kind of goes back to the partnership piece because I work out, but I'm not about to put together no groups. Like,
I'm with you.
I work out for me. So
I hear you.
To hear you say like, yo, I'm gonna organize and do this. I'm like, yo, let me know how we can help you because that is not necessarily in my wheelhouse or interest, but you are. So it's how can we uplift you?
And I might show up.
I would love
but
that.
I ain't planning it.
100%. Like, but the thing is, I was overthinking too. Like, I kind of want to do more than just fitness. Fathers cooking together, and then everybody else eating the meal that was prepared. Like, just to show that we more than just like fathers is important. Like, fathers are crucial. Like we do stuff around the house. The kids look at us as figures. You know what I'm saying? Especially young boys, even young girls too. I mean, more importantly, young girls. Ones who a lot of the times the ones without them grow up looking for surrogates. Every guy don't got their best interests at heart.
No.
Yeah, that's true. Dude, just to go back to something else that you said, I think is important because it's something that I deal with and I think other men deal with. You said, if I ain't really feeling it today, I might rest today and make it 364. So I think like lifting up the importance of rest because what you said after that is what I is what allows me to give myself the permission to rest and not feel guilty, depressed, or anxious. And that take a step back, because you never know. You're going to check your phone. It's going to be an email. It's going to be a text. It's going to be a phone call. And then the opportunity is going to be overflowing. So you might want to rest a little bit, because you can't just keep your foot on the gas, because you're going to overwhelm yourself and burn yourself out. And you got to step back to a lot of new opportunities to come in.
Yeah, because if you burnt out, you can't even make your best decisions.
Right.
You're going to be making decisions under stress.
Yeah.
And you're going to be like, dang, why did I say yeah to that?
Right.
Like,
you know, we did this fellowship last week with the Oshai, John R. Oshai Foundation last week. Shout out to them for hosting it. That was amazing.
Yeah, it was a bunch of gangsters in that picture. I saw
it. Yeah. Well, but throughout the week, like they had us doing like these deep breathing exercises throughout, you know, discussions and stuff, you know, because stuff got real heavy. And I was like, man, like I kind of felt weird being there in the beginning, because I'm like, yo, I'm not doing anything, right? Like I'm not not producing anything, right? Like why I'm here deep breathing and talking, like I need to be productive.
Oh,
you know?
okay.
And so just going back to what you guys were saying, like I think for a lot of men, especially for those who had that like toxic productivity,
yeah.
That it's a foreign concept to be able to sit back and be introspective and reflect, and then go back into the game, you know, more refreshed, so to speak. So
yeah, you got to. I think it's important. Like my wife and I, today was actually the rest day. Today, Wednesdays and Sundays, we try to make it like that. Even like goes back to getting that alone time or free time. I coach at the Y basketball voluntarily. I'm not like a coach, but and I ref too. But it's just to volunteer. My kids play. It's just something fun we do, and that's my Wednesdays. You know, we got 2 practices on Wednesday. Super fun. I love the kids. They funny, and then we play on Saturday mornings. And then, yeah, that's even part of the leisure. And then I'm gonna make them and they dads come to the fitness event we have.
Words, yeah. So
tie everything in.
And that's the thing that I think is like the privilege and the work that like we do, especially us as like the men in this room. Even shout out to the good brother Jamil behind the scenes. Like we have like been in this privileged position where like our lifestyle is our work. Mm-hmm. So like I'm always at work. So like everything that like I do, like as a man, as a father, it all ties in. So like my recreation is also my occupation. My occupation is also part of my recreation. And so like it's kind of like this balanced, symbiotic sort of like relationship that like when people talk about going on vacations, like I have to like get to a spot where I want to go see something because like like even, and I deal with, like I was just saying on the last episode, I deal with depression and anxiety like the next person. But overall, like I don't want to escape my life. Like my life is cool. I don't really need or want a vacation from it. I don't really want to see or go do nothing else. I just want to keep doing more of what I'm already doing with my life. I don't want to break from it. And that's because I think a lot of my occupation is my recreation. My recreation is my occupation. And the people that I work with, I actually like, love, and respect. Versus showing up to a place that I don't like being at, doing stuff I don't like doing, around people I don't like being around. My life does not consist of that, any of that at all.
Yeah, I think that's hard for people to do. You know, do like find somewhere that they could, that's work and something that they love at the same time. Yeah. That's hard for people. A lot of people, if you really think about it. Yeah. A lot of people work, they hate their jobs.
Right. So true. So true.
You got to take every win. Like that's a win, like, and then make more goals and just keep building on momentum.
You know, as we close, you know, you guys are hitting on something good. I was thinking about that very thing like a couple weeks ago. Like, yo, I feel privileged to be able to like do stuff around fatherhood and be a father and like grow. You know, and I'm like sometimes I don't think about it that way. I'm like, now everybody gets to do that. Like, I could literally be sitting at the desk learning about stuff about how to be a better parent or father, and like I'm getting paid to be able to do this, and then I take that knowledge and I share it with my community. I add value, right? But just to be able to, like, I'm like, yo, somebody else in a different position, like, and this is not bragging or anything, but like they don't get paid. You're not going to get paid to do that in every space. And it's like, if you need to be working, like you're being paid to work, not to be doing no research.
Not to be a better man.
Yeah. So
you get paid and you giving back to the community.
Right.
Like you doing charity work, and it's big what you're doing. That's why I'm proud to be on a committee of this. And I was actually shocked that the process went so fast. I was like grateful. So I'm looking to just add whatever I can add to it. And then as far as the event, I'm putting that together too.
So we didn't get a chance to talk about this, and I know we're about to close up. So what would you say, like, your relationship with your pops has, like, influenced you? How has that influenced you to want to become involved with this kind of work and do this work and show up as a dad yourself?
Yeah, so my father, he got a unique story. He's from Zimbabwe. So he was born in Bulawayo, Zimbabwe. And when he graduated high school around 14, got his visa to come to America. He went to Villa Maria. Funny enough, I got business dealings there right now too. But he went there for 2 years and graduated with his bachelor's, got accepted to UB for social work because he wanted to help other Africans transition to America. And he got his master's by like the age 20. Then he started to DJ. He was known as like DJ King Zulu, doing all this stuff with Queen Latifah, all these guys. He got offered 30% of the OPP song, but my stepmom didn't like it, so he turned the offer down. Oh, wow. That song is worth $30 million a day. Damn, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, seeing his struggle, most people who transition from Africa to America, they have a hard time getting to school, getting work. Mm-hmm. For my dad to be top of the school, ran a radio station, now he's a parole officer, literally the only black man, not even from America. Black men from America can't even get the job. Yeah. But an African man from Zimbabwe so it's crazy. Like, so I see the power in what he's accomplished. And, he relies on school a lot. So that's kind of where we bumped heads though. I tried school, but I'm more of I got the idea, let's go, let's run it. And, we clashed for a little bit, but I think he's starting to see the vision, I think he let it go because at first he was like a little too hard because I'm like, I ain't go to school for it. But he see that we just keep growing and keep building. But he can't nobody deny what we're doing right now, really. Yeah. Everybody see it. You got to see it, whether you like it or not. I get like 200-something views on my stories, but like 10 likes a day. People see it, whether they like it or not.
Ooh, that's a bar. That's a bar. People see it whether they like it or not. That's crazy. So, like, I have seen it, and I ain't seen you in over 10 years. But it's dope to like log on that little blue app and then like see people you ain't seen in a long time having success. And so it's been dope to see you in person. And to be able to say, bro, like, I'm proud of you, bro. But we came a long way from Kensington and Suffolk.
Right. I knew Sherm since a youngin', man. I was telling you a little bit about it in Twan, like. I said Sherman. Sherman. Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. So it's definitely good to see you, bro.
Yeah, definitely proud of you, bro.
Thank you, brother.
Most definitely.
I mean a lot, bro.
How can folks learn about the work you've been doing, business or community-wide?
How can you learn about it? You can go to Alfred's Angels. That's my dog grooming business. We post a lot of stuff. We just got an award from Senator Sean Ryan, the New York State Senate. He just gave us a prison award for something. That's on the social media. We just had an event we do with the Buffalo Bills dogs called Treat and Greet. We raised a few thousand for some nonprofits, gave back. So, yeah, and there's a few things coming up. You just got to stay on our social media. Because, like I said, my wife, she's the schedule like guru. So,
what's your social media handle?
It's Alfred's Angels. At Alfred's Angels. Yeah. Okay. ALFORDS Angels. And that's on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. We don't got Twitter and that.
Let's go.
And YouTube too.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you being here. Wealth of knowledge. I feel like there's a lot of stuff. We just touched the surface with you.
Man, have me back, man. Let me be like y'all Boosie on y'all Vlad. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Bet. Yeah. We can work that out.
I'll come back with the wife next time. Y'all could get a double whammy.
Okay, double whammy. Okay.
Come back with the kids. I don't know. Let's do whatever, man.
All right. Okay, you said it.
Yeah, I said it.
And it's on camera and it's recorded. Where so but again, appreciate you for pulling up on us, bro.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for sharing your journey with us and promoting your business. Make sure if you got any dog care grooming needs, make sure y'all check out Alfred's Angels. And again, this has been another episode of Buffalo Fatherhood Initiative Podcast. I'm Sherman Webb Middlebrooks, lifelong Buffalo resident, full-time black man with my co-pilot, my player partner, Antoine Johnson. Make sure y'all follow. Make sure y'all share this and subscribe to the channel. And let us know in the comments what else y'all want us to talk about. And peace.
Peace.
That's it.